Hello everyone and welcome. As Emma said, I'm Jackie Wiley, Artistic Director at the National Theatre of Scotland, and this is Natalie MacDonald, who will be BSL interpreting this evening. It's incredibly exciting and a huge privilege to be here with you all to introduce the 2019 season of the National Theatre of Scotland. Exactly. As I conclude my first programme here with the company and look to the future, we've been considering what a national theatre could and should be in the 21st century. Next year, we're focusing on major Scottish artists creating major new works that explore the vital questions facing all of us as Scots and as global citizens. We have also been asking what it is that particularly defines Scottish theatre. What we do, like no other national culture, is tackle the big questions of our times. But we do this with a sense of joy and a unique love of communal celebration. I think you all know what I mean by that. In 2019, we will not be afraid to explore what is important to us. And when we do this best, we also do it whilst having a great night out. Touring remains at the heart of our commitment to audiences across Scotland. 20 productions will be touring to theatre venues, schools, community centres and pop-up performance spaces. We are proud to be without walls. We have partnership in our DNA, and we aim for our collaborations to be as diverse as Scotland's ever-changing populace. Running throughout 2019 is the theme of identity. Who are we today? How do we define ourselves as Scots, as individuals, as communities? As a national company, we celebrate cultural complexity at every opportunity, whether that be the trans experience, dual cultural heritage, multilingualism, or whether it be the form of theatre itself. We love to play fast and loose with how theatre might be defined, always with the intention to thrill and provoke audiences. Oh yes. It's fantastic to have the voices of radical women of words at the heart of the 2019 programme. Scottish poet and macker Jackie Kay's extraordinary memoir, Red Dust Road, will open at the Edinburgh International Festival in August and tour to... Jackie's here so you can cheer. It will then tour after Edinburgh to Eden Court, Inverness and the McRobert Arts Centre. It will also travel to our co-producers, the powerhouse of a venue, Home, Manchester, where Jackie is a patron. This adaptation will be directed by Don Walton, written by Tanika Gupta, and brought to the stage in a lyrical and musical take on the book. Navigating the challenges of growing up as a mixed-race adopted Scot, Jackie discovers that inheritance is about much more than genes, that we are shaped by the folk songs that we hear, as much as by the cells in our bodies. The second in our trilogy of great female Scottish voices is that of Nan Shepherd. Her novel, The Living Mountain, is a love letter to the Cairngorms and reframes mountaineering as a mindful practice of walking and being. Scottish Sculpture Workshop and Simone Kenyon have created Into the Mountain, celebrating women's relationship with Scotland's awe-inspiring landscapes, which will culminate in a site-specific performance journey in spring 2019. We're delighted to be able to support Simone and this beautiful project by developing a short film in response, directed by Lucy Cash, using Nan Shepherd's own words, and a new vocal score by Hannah Tuliki. This will be the latest project from National Theatre of Scotland on screen, sharing artistic work on digital and broadcast platforms. We will also bring another of Scotland's most extraordinary and powerful female literary voices back to the stage where her writing career began. in Jenny Fagan's adaptation of her astonishing debut novel, The Panopticon. It's an immense honour to bring Anais's world to life, the story of a young woman who lives life with a ferocity and passion, refusing for her identity to be defined by the state and the care system. Celebrating Scotland's particular Gothic, gritty sensibility, Debbie Hannon's production will play at the Travers Theatre and Platform Easter House in autumn 2019. In celebration of these brilliant Scottish voices, Hannah Jarrett Scott will now read an extract from the Panopticon. Welcome, Hannah.
I'm an experiment, always have been. It's a given, a liberty, a fact. They watch me, not just in school or social work reviews, court or police cells. They watch everywhere. They watch me hang by my knees from the longest bough of the oak tree. I can do that for hours, just letting the wishes drift by. They watch me as I outstare the moon. I am not intimidated by the terrible baldness. They're there when I fight and fuck and wank, when I carve my name on trees and avoid stepping on the cracks. They're there when I stare too long or too clearly without flinching. They watch me sing and joyride and start riots with only the smallest of sparks. They even watch me in the bath. I keep my eyes open underwater, just my nose and mouth poking out so I can blow smoke rings. 17 is my record. They watch me not cry. They watch me lie like an angel, hiding my dirty feet. They watch me, I know it. And I can't find anywhere anymore where they can't see me.
Thanks to Hannah. Societal changes are happening at an accelerated pace. Technological disruption, as well as our own power to disrupt old orders, are undeniable forces that are defining our lives. Cora Bissett, one of the National Theatre of Scotland's Associate Directors, will tackle these themes in an evening of radical new plays. Set in the not-so-distant future, in an unnamed site, in a city that could be anywhere, audiences will be invited to glimpse into prescient scenarios that challenge our understanding of humanity now. The brilliant playwrights Vlad Batucha, Morna Pearson, and Hannah Khalil will show us the worlds of transhumanism, the fulfillment of intimacy through technology, tech warfare, and the future of healthcare. Cora has a special ability to uncover the stories that need to be told. Such is the power of Adam's story of transition, that it demands to be told and retold. Adam, written by one of Scotland's most vital playwrights, Frances Poet, will receive its international premiere at the Skirball Centre in New York in February 2019. The National Theatre of Scotland is delighted to be partnering with international participatory superstars, All the Queen's Men. It's a great company name. And Scotland's creative ageing organisation, Luminate, to announce a year-long engagement programme created for the LGBTI elder community in Scotland. The Coming Back Out Ball was an incredible moment when it was launched in Melbourne, and Lewis Hetherington will lead on the project in Scotland, creating a series of social events for older lesbian, gay, non-binary, trans and intersex individuals, offering a chance to meet new people and celebrate community. These events will run for a year from May 2019. And we will reveal full details of the project, including the final social spectacular, the Scottish Coming Back Out Ball, next year. And we are thrilled that this is the first time this bold community project has been delivered outside of Australia. Nick Green is one of Scotland's most exciting theatre makers, and I'm so pleased that she is NTS's Artist in Residence, an artistic lead on Like Flying, a new programme created in partnership with SAMH, the Scottish Association for Mental Health. The National Theatre of Scotland is committed to exploring ways in which creativity can support mental well-being and have a tangible, positive effect on young people. Using aerial performance in two distinct sighted events, our young performers from schools in Edinburgh and Ayrshire will embody imaginary futures from the air in breathtaking new performance works. In short, we want to teach young people how to fly. NTS will continue to be at the forefront of groundbreaking co-created work with young people. Tonight, we're incredibly excited to be able to launch our first music single, Remember Us, which came out of our radio project in Dundee with Australia's back-to-back theatre, with lyrics created by future-proof Dundee performers and song composition by Harry Myers-Covell and Kaylee Shields.
We can do whatever we want to. You got to see that we are family. We could swim, we could cry. We could just say goodbye. We could fly, we could have fun. We could all just sing in the sun. Remember us as people, remember us as children, remember us as members of the European Union. Remember us as we are, remember us as dancers, remember us as people fighting for all the answers. Remember us as people, remember us as children, remember us as members of the European Union. Remember us as we are, remember us as dancers, remember us as people fighting for all the answers. We are the sun, we are the moon, we can do whatever we want to. You got to see that we are family. We are the light, we are the sea. We are the stars that shine so brightly. We are the faith, we are the love. We are praying to the gods above. Remember us as people, remember us as children, remember us as kings of the European. Remember us as heroes, remember us as dancers, remember us as people fight for all the answers. Remember us as people, remember us as children, remember us as kings of the European. Remember us as heroes, remember us as dancers, remember us as people fight for all the answers. We are the sun, we are the moon, we can do whatever we want to. You got to see that we are family. We could swim, we could cry.
Remember Us will be available for streaming and download from the 7th of December. Our mini festival and playground for artistic experimentation returns in 2019. Music, climate change activism and cross-art form making will all feature in Aberdeen in partnership with City Moves. Just Start Here will include new work by Vicky Manderson, Shane Strachan and Kate Steenhauer with live music from White and their unique blend of electronica and Gaelic song, plus Doric and Scott's spoken word performances from Speaking Weird. In 2019, Scotland will continue to wrestle with its sense of nationhood in relationship to the rest of the world. At NTS, we believe that culture can ignite debate, allowing artists to respond to the seismic political moments that continue to define our lives. The National Theatre of Scotland is marking our anticipated exit from the EU on the eve of the 29th of March 2019. 6 adventurous Scottish theatre makers, Nick Green, Leonie Ray Gasson, Angus Farquhar, Adura Onoshile, Nina Sen and Alan McKendrick will reflect on the end of Scotland's membership of the European Union. Each artist is paired with an EU country that has a particular close relationship with Scotland. We anticipate a range of emotional responses, including anger, nostalgia, relief, bereavement, and love. Anything That Gives Off Light is NTS's collaboration with Brooklyn-based ensemble, The Team, that tackles the shared and conflicting narratives across the US and Scotland. This work premiered at the Edinburgh International Festival and will now return to the places where the exploratory collaboration began, in Virginia, Kentucky, and Joe's Pub in New York's Public Theatre. During 2014, the National Theatre of Scotland brought together Quebecois and Scottish artists to have a critical conversation about how to survive political division and move on. Following an award-winning run at the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, the elegant Premier Neige First Snow, created by Davy Anderson, Philippe Ducrot, Linda McLean and Patrice Dubois, will play to Quebecois audiences in Montreal in a co-production with Hotel Motel and Theatre Pap. NTS is incredibly excited to present a new touring version of Joe Douglas's acclaimed production based on Dundee Rep's 2015 production of John McGrath's classic play, exploring Scotland's turbulent history. 45 years on from its original tour, this pivotal work has lost none of its vitality and relevance, expertly weaving songs, poems, scenes and sketches into a freewheeling Highland ceilidh. From the ruthless croft clearances of the 18th century to the fashionable Victorian game hunts and the scars left by the 70s North Sea oil boom, right up to the political upheaval of the present day. The Cheviot, the Stag and the Black Oil represents the stories and experiences of Scotland's land, sea and people across the centuries. Presented in association with Live Theatre and Dundee Rep, this newly imagined production will tour across the country in tribute to the original vision of the Village Hall Tour in 1973, including Dundee, Aberdeen, the Highlands, Stirling and Newcastle. I know you'll all be delighted to hear that My Left, Right Foot, the musical, is coming back, as if there was ever any doubt whatsoever. Robert Softly-Gale and his musical conspirators, Claire Mackenzie, Scott Gilmore and Richard Thomas, took the Edinburgh Festival Fringe by storm this year with a gloriously satirical musical co-produced with leading disability-led theatre company Birds of Paradise. We hope, as I'm sure you all do, that this award-winning, hilarious show will continue for the next few years in our repertoire of popular, groundbreaking work. My Left, Right Foot, the musical, tours in 2019 to Dundee Rep Theatre, with other presentations to be announced. It is with great excitement, as well as a certain element of fear, that I welcome John McLarnon and Sally Clay to the stage, joined by Natalie, to give us a musical number from this glorious show.
Every day you rob me of my role. You spit upon my craft and on my soul. I give my life to theater to see what you do. You take the reason for my life and you tear it into two. I'm an actor. This is what I'm trained to do. I'm an actor. I can play good, bad, happy, blue. I can do it all, and I can do spies too. I can do spies too. Every day you rob me of my part. You made a promise, and now you break my heart. Do I have to be a real Tory to act a Tory in a story? To be a gay in a play? Do I have to be a cock-sucking gay? I'm an actor. I play my part with pride. I'm an actor. My range is vast and my range is wide. I'm gender neutral, black and spack inside. I'm gender neutral, black and spack inside. And I could play Othello, part black, part yellow, with stumps instead of hands. And on top of that I'll play him trans. My Hamlet will be stunning and really, really sick. Foaming at the mouth, I'll play him paraplegic. And to the crib community, I say I will be true. Just give me this chance. My inner spaz will dazzle you. My inner spaz will dazzle you. 'Cause I'm an actor. This is what I'm trained. This is what I'm trained. This is what I'm trained. This is what I'm. You don't have the slightest clue. Inside I am more spack than you, than you, than you, than you, than you. I'll be back.
Many thanks to John and Sally and Natalie. If you'd like to give Robert any feedback on what you've just seen, he's just in the front row there, and I'm sure he'd love to discuss the politics of that further this evening. Moving on. Oh dear. Three major theatre makers who defy convention and break new ground with every show they make. Claire Cunningham, Tim Crouch and Stuart Lane are bringing three new projects to Scottish, UK and international stages. We're proud that the National Theatre of Scotland is a powerhouse for commissioning and producing original new work. Claire Cunningham is a supremely talented artist, a singer, performer and choreographer who is singularly unique in the dance theatre she performs and creates. Thank You Very Much is the National Theatre of Scotland's first co-production with Manchester International Festival, opening as part of MIF in July and arriving in Glasgow later in the year. Claire leads a cast of 5 self-identifying disabled artists in a dance theatre show exploring Elvis Presley tribute acts, notions of impersonation, and finding what it means to be yourself. Tim Crouch has had an extraordinary influence on a generation of Scotland's theatre makers. So it's fantastic that his newest work will be produced here in Scotland and bring together a host of local talent with one of the world's most radical theatre makers. This new work is a hugely original piece of experiential theatre, exploring manipulation and the nature of truth in an age of arch political misdirection. total, immediate, collective, imminent, terrestrial salvation, which Natalie finds extremely hard to sign. Total, immediate, collective, imminent, terrestrial salvation will be part of the Edinburgh Festivals in August, co-commissioned with the Royal Court in London in association with the Attenborough Centre for the Creative Arts and Teatro do Bairro Alto, where it will tour to in Lisbon. I'm so thrilled to be able to present Stuart Ling's first work as Associate Director here at National Theatre of Scotland. This theatrical master will work with long-term collaborator Pamela Carter on Them, a visionary new performance event exploring the nebulous nature of identity, offering audiences the chance to experience tramway in a newly configured theatrical space. On the set of a live TV chat show, the host interviews the guests, the film rolls, and the band perform. Suddenly, everything changes, including the audience, who move from silent observers to the middle of the action. Stuart is one of Scotland's leading conceptual theatre makers, and Them is an ambitious, playful work about identity and our drivers for social and personal change. Last year, we were proofing the future with our commitment to younger audiences, and next year, we are fueling the future with our nationwide touring engine room programme, creating opportunities for artists across the country. The 2019 engine room programme is being rolled out in partnership with Buzzcut and will visit Aberdeen, Orkney, Ayr, Dundee, Inverness, the Borders and Dumfriesshire, working with a host of partners, including the National Autism Society, Luminate, Air Gaiety, Dundee Rep, the Stove Network, City Moves, Aberdeen Performing Arts, and the Edinburgh Festival Fringe. You think it's exciting, we think it's exhausting. As part of this ever-growing talent development programme, we're delighted to be presenting Hannah Lavery's The Drift. Her fiercely poetic monologue and a searingly honest portrayal of growing up mixed-raced in Scotland. Directed by Eve Nicol, it will tour to Aberdeen, Tobermory, Hawick, Edinburgh and Glasgow as part of Black History Month. And now I'm delighted that we can experience an extract from Hannah's work.
Scotland, you're no mine, and I don't want you. So go ahead, say I don't belong. We a sepia-tinged cross-eye, sweeping away all that swept away, blood-stained sugar for your tablet, your macaroon, you gobby, greedy, thieving. Would you sit up all that broken bones weeping, poor me. You. I will dance jigs on your flags, blue, white and red, it doesn't matter. But your wee chancer for making us complicit, handing me whip and chains, an officer's coat, a civil service pen, a queen to love, and lay me out, I love you, with all your mountain tying and your currying. So you can say I didn't belong to you, go on, but I am limpet stuck on you. So you, for no seeing one of your own, I will here, I will spill here, my blood in your secrets, and you will see in the seep and the spill all you really are. So you, my sweet, forgetful Caledonia, will love you.
Theatre in School Scotland, in partnership with the brilliant Imaginate, reaches our youngest and most geographically diverse audiences. Watching an audience of young children take part with such delight in Granny's tea party with hats and knitted scarves as part of Starcatcher's The Attic was one of my most gleeful theatre-going experiences of recent years. And we'd like to thank the Scottish Salmon Company for their support of the 3-year pilot and the creativity and generosity that they've brought to the project. During 2019, there will be 5 productions packed into the Theatre in Schools Scotland vans and headed for all corners of Scotland. Pond Life by Catherine Wales, Emma and Jill by Catherine Wales and Longha Theatre Company, A Ladder to the Stars by Visible Fictions, Cloudman and Mikey and Addy by Redbridge Arts. We can only call ourselves national if we open up everything that we do. We need to achieve better representation and access across audiences, artists, and institutionally. For the first time, the National Theatre of Scotland will be offering integrated BSL interpretation for all its productions in 2019. We are aiming for each production Natalie's going to be very busy. We're aiming for each production to have an audio-described and captioned performance and a touch tour. BSL is now recognised as an official Scottish language, and Creative Licht is a partnership between National Theatre of Scotland, Solar Bear, Birds of Paradise and Sign Arts. We're also continuing to trial the use of subpacks, which when I first heard I thought was something to do with clubbing, but actually it's a form of transformative wearable audio technology that converts sound into high-fidelity vibrations for deaf and hard of hearing audiences. The National Theatre of Scotland is renewing our partnership with the National Autism Society Scotland to open up theatre making and performances to neurodiverse audiences and artists. Every National Theatre of Scotland show will be autism friendly. NTS and NAS will continue to work with the Royal Conservatoire and the Limitless programme to shift attitudes and opportunities for neurodiverse individuals. There are many people, young and old, who have never experienced the joy of a good night out at the theatre. Our year-long First Nights programme creates a bespoke theatre-going experience with tickets, a communal meal, transport and support. In 2018, we provided this opportunity for hundreds of people across the country, and we'll continue to roll this out next year.
Pleased to meet you. Cyrano Hercule de Bergerac.
A Rainer.
A scientist.
A musician.
What a presence. What an apparition.
It was very good. It was quite an experience. Didn't know quite what to expect. Maybe that was part of the journey. You know what was going on. I lived near here, and I didn't even know there was a theatre here.
You had no idea there was...
No, I didn't even know where we were going or anything, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, the whole thing I really did enjoy, from start to finish. Everything, the poetry and
for me, the sword scenes, I thought they were skillfully done. Oh, yeah.
I've never laughed like that in a long time.
the difference it makes when you put a mask on. It just makes you laugh anyway, you know, and seeing everybody else having a wee shot at it, you know, it was great.
There's no pause, just talk to her until she...
Laughs at my nose.
Funny enough, when you spoke about the lad with the big nose, I was saying to two of the girls, that was one thing I was always very self-conscious about, because I can't big nose.
It really gets the video, doesn't it?
I think, they don't have to do things like this, so yeah, it was really good.
I would recommend it, yes.
Oh, absolutely. It was a very nice day.
This is definitely a great thing. I'd love to do it again.
Do you think we should keep doing it?
Aye, that would be love.
All right.
A bit of Scottish honesty there at the end. By the end of this year, the National Theatre of Scotland will have toured to 91% of local authorities in Scotland. We are serious about our unique status as a national theatre that is defined by the way in which we can reach audiences across the nation. And as we reach the end of our 2019 season launch, I'd like to invite Jackie Kay onto the stage to read from her memoir, Red Dust Road.
Oh, thank you. 1969. I'm 7 years old. My mum, my brother and I have just watched a cowboy and Indian film. I'm sad because the Indians have lost again. And I wanted them to win. It suddenly occurs to me that the Indians are the same colour as me and that my mum is not the same colour as me. I say to my mum, "Mummy, why aren't you the same colour as me?" My mum says, "Because you're adopted." I say, "What does adopted mean?" My brother scoffs, "Don't you know what adopted means? I can't believe you don't know what adopted means." He's eating a giant-sized bowl of cornflakes. He eats cornflakes for nearly every meal. No, I don't know. I'm nearly in tears. I've heard the word before, but I can't really understand it. My mum says, "It means I'm not really your mummy." "What do you mean? You're not really my mummy?" I say. I'm crying now, for real, because I love my mum and dad so much, and I want her to be my real mummy, and I'm worried she means she's not real, that something's going to happen to her, that she's going to disappear or dissolve. She says, "Your real mother couldn't keep you, so she gave you to me so that I could be your mummy." "Yeah, and that means you're not really my sister." My brother laughs. "Ha ha, do you get it?" "Are you making this up?" I asked my mummy. "Is this one of your stories?" She's so good, my mummy, at telling stories. "No, it isn't," she says. She's in tears herself too. It's upset her. "Your real daddy came from Nigeria in Africa and your mummy came from the Highlands." "What?" I say. "So my daddy isn't my real daddy either?" "No," my mum says. I'm distraught. I can't stop crying. I love them both so much. The idea that people I've never met are my real parents and not them is horrible. "How long have you known about this?" I asked my brother, furious with him for some reason, because he's laughing and he finds the whole thing very funny. "I've known for ages. I can't remember not knowing. So it's good, isn't it? You're not my real sister. Ha ha!" My mum goes out the room and comes back and wipes her face on a tea towel. She says, "But your dad and I love you more than all the tea in China, more than all the waves in the ocean, and we'll love you till all the seas run dry. And you're special. You were chosen. Other people had to take what they got. And everyone needs cuddles to survive, so they do. Everyone needs cuddles. Come here and let your mummy give you a great big cuddle." Thank you.
Thanks to Jackie, to all our artists and partners, and for everyone here tonight for helping us launch this programme of work. The support of the Scottish theatre community and those new partners that we welcome into Scottish theatre means everything to us. The biggest thanks of the night must go to all the incredible team and board here at the National Theatre of Scotland who work with such passion and tenacity all year round. To round off, I'd like to welcome Joe Douglas, Christina Gordon, Stephen Bangs and Callum MacDonald to the stage to share with us the final number from the Cheviot, after which we'll see a short video, and then please do stay on and enjoy the party. Somebody's already starting the party. Perfect. Thank you all so much for being here.
Keine Hefgar sloshev is kumev suiserkoi. Haberstus vona kruechen van duitje varagar. Hairen agerskolan halloya glasses are. Amen yungu erbonach aelan wanachya.
The song says,
Remember
that you are a people and fight for your rights. There are riches under the hills where you grew up. There is iron and coal there, grey lead and gold there. There is richness in the land under your feet. Remember your hardships and keep up the struggle. The wheel will turn for you. By the strength of your hands and the hardness of your fists. Your cattle will be on the plains. Everyone in the land will have a place. And the exploiter will be driven out.
They're watching. You can feel them in the quiet.
The truth is, your mother is a complete stranger. She could be anyone out there.
Words are not always black and white, and neither are we.
So you, my sweet, forgetful Caledonia.
Good to be with people who still had hope.